Hello everybody and welcome back to Full House Sports here with myself, Charlie. Before the video starts, please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Now, Saturday night saw two big boxing shows. I'm going to talk about Dalton Smith a little bit later on because he is the new British world champion and he won the belt. Let's not forget, he wasn't elevated. What a performance. Where does that rank in top British away fighting performances? I don't know, it's up there, isn't it? It's up there with probably Fury, Wilder 2. I'm trying to think of others that leap to mind, that cry out. There's been a few, obviously. Nigel Benn, Iran Barkley, probably that's one that sticks out to me, the way he just walked through Barkley. That's one that, again, cries out. In terms of away performances, Khan Maidana, I guess, as well, would be one that I think jumps to mind. Brooke Porter. There's been a few, but it was a fantastic performance from Dalton Smith. But also, Saturday night saw Agit Kabayel take on Damien Kaniba in Oberhausen in Germany. First thing, everyone spoke about it. What an atmosphere it sounded in Germany. We know, anybody who follows football, for example, knows how passionate the Turkish and the Kurdish are when it comes to their own, when it comes to their sport. You know, we've seen the Galatasaray fans, welcome to hell, etc. That felt like hell. I mean, I wasn't there, but it sounded like it through the TV, just to hear the chants. I'd love to get out there now for a fight. I think a lot of people have been saying about German boxing. I was listening to Ade Oladipo talk earlier, and he was talking about it sort of dropped off a cliff because they had so many guys just go at once. I mean, we were talking about officiating. There's a lot of people on Twitter talk about officiating in Germany. I remember when, you know, you'd see guys like Felix Sturm and you'd have to knock him out to get a draw. I think it was Matthew Macklin and Martin Murray both got screwed over when they fought him. But it's easy to focus on the negatives. The positives were it sounded unbelievable. And I think, like they said, they could have gone bigger, but because of the Bundesliga, because of different things going on, they couldn't guarantee stadiums. So you could understand why they didn't. I thought as a performance, Kabayel, the stoppage was early, in my opinion. In fact, it was very early. There's footage come out now of Kaniba potentially tripping on Kabayel's foot, which is why he wobbles. He was hurt, there's no doubt about it, Kaniba, but I don't think Mark Lyson needed to jump in when he did. I mean, but then there was the stoppage on the undercard with Granit Xhaka, which was a disgrace in itself. I put that on my ex. That was just a horrific stoppage. How on earth you can get away with that, I don't know. It was just a terrible, just blatant favouring the home fighter, trying to get him back up. The ref might as well have held him up while Milas pounded him. It was that bad. It was scary, actually, because Shala was out cold and the ref was still counting. His corner came in and was like, what are you doing? But back on to Kabayel. He's a weird fighter, Kabayel, because he reminds me a little bit of Fabio Wardley in the sense of he gets the job done. You can pick faults in him, but he gets the job done. He got the job done on Saturday night. Kaniba was landing, especially that first round. I think a few of us were like, oh, hello, he's come to fight. He was landing overhand rights. He was landing uppercuts. He was landing at will, really. And you thought, oh, hello. Then Camo just wore him down. It was the same with the Zhang fight where he had to get off the canvas, and the Makhmudov fight, and the Sanchez fight where he takes shots. And you can pick faults in him and go, oh, well, this is wrong with him. I said myself, he's wide open to uppercuts, Kabayel, because he just walks forward like this. But it's hard to slow him down. He is, for me, the number one contender. I think he's the most deserving of the Usyk fight. If it's not going to be Wardley, then it's going to be Kabayel. I mean, again, I keep referring back to it, but I think, I know Deep had a few DAZN people were saying maybe Usyk in Germany. You know, there's a lot of, I think, Ukrainians in Germany as well that would potentially come, or Poland that would come over the border to Germany to come and watch him fight Kabayel, Usyk, that is. That would do massive numbers. There's also obviously the Ukrainian angle with Klitschko used to fight there. So I think that would be terrific to see. I don't think he would get anywhere near Usyk, to be honest with you, because I just think he'd be ripe for him in terms of his style. He's not the quickest. He does sort of just wear you down, and I think Usyk would probably relish that. Same as I think Daniel Dubois would beat him, to be honest with you. I think Dubois would probably do to him what he did to Miller and Hrgovic, just wear him down, just keep pinging him. But listen, it's a win. It was great to see German boxing back on the TV because, as a few people said, they've had years in the doldrums, probably since the Klitschkos were so dominant there and used to sell out stadiums in Hamburg and Hanover and you name it. I think now it's good to see. Kabayel's not young, you know, so maybe the Usyk fight now is you cash in now, get in the big fight. but I don't think he'd win it, to be honest with you. He just gets the job done. He may do that against Usyk. It's hard to judge, but I just think Usyk would probably beat him quite comfortably. The undercard, like I say, I'm not sure how to describe that me last fight, but he looks like he'd be primed now for a European shot, maybe against Lamino Hohai, who is the Albanian European champion. But what an awful bit of reffing that was. But it was good to see big-time boxing back in Germany. I said, I think Usyk-Kabayel is the fight to make now. Forget Usyk Wilder. Everybody in boxing said they're not interested in it. Get Kabayel on 50,000 in Hamburg or Cologne or any of the stadiums you could do it in. You'd get Kabayel fans, you'd get Usyk fans. You'd probably get Brits travelling over as well, you know, because it's not that hard to get to Germany. It's with Ryanair, etc. Do the weekend there. I think you could sell that out quite comfortably. But I wasn't impressed with Kabayel, would be what I would say, despite him winning in the third round. But I wasn't that impressed, dare I say it. As always, guys, let us know what you think, though. You may think I'm completely wrong. You may be going, well, this is just Kabayel, that's how he fights. But that was my personal opinion. Let us know what you think. Please like, comment and subscribe. And as always, have a great day.